Hello guys, welcome to another episode with your boy Franklin. If this is your first time, if you like what I'm about, if you like the vibe, if you like the content, I hope you do. Smash the like button, hit that little bell button as well as the subscribe button to keep you up to date on my latest contents. I usually upload on Fridays and Mondays, okay? So feel free to look around. Right, today I'm going to talk about a gentleman called Monday. A few days ago, the news about the man who has a child with unfortunately, the child was born with a hole, in the child's heart. So the man was seen on the road and, pleading, frustrated, wanting to do anything to keep his child alive, pretty much as any parent will do if you're backed into a corner. So long story short, this went viral. I saw it on Instagram, it was on Facebook, it was everywhere. So Nigerians, home and abroad, and people showed their compassion, and I think from my understanding, someone from a particular blog or foundation, got the story, put it out on Instagram, it went viral. The man specifically, the Mr. Monday himself, asked for about 15 million Naira to be able to help that child, but people were so compassionate and they were able to raise, I believe, more than 70 million Naira, which is quite, substantive amount of money. At the time of filming this, 70 million in pounds sterling is about 150,000 pounds, which is a substantive amount of money from the members of the public who, showered Mr. Monday and his family with their compassion. So, I mean, the next thing is for them, as I gathered, to be able to take that child out of Nigeria, to be able to take the child for an operation and hopefully child. But then again, we woke up to pretty much like nasty news. And was it today actually? And basically there are allegations online. Apparently the guy from the foundation, some foundation, I'm not gonna mention the name, put up a post saying the man, Mr. Monday, had sort of blocked him and stopped communicating after he helped him to raise money, blah, 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 blah. Then some other bloggers just cut the story, no verifications, nothing. So long story short, they carried out this character assassination against this man called Monday with no substantive evidence. And the news on the social media is, oh, this guy's been paid 70 million Naira and he's absconded. It's a scam. Some people are already saying, oh, why is it that in the video that went viral, he's the only one with the child sitting on the road? Where is the child's mother? Let me say this first of all. A man and a woman come together to make a child. Okay? So if there is a sort of frustration and the man is trying to help his lovely child to get medical help and stuff, and he was out there shouting and begging and pleading so that the world can listen to him, come to the aid of his child. What's wrong with a father, crying for help? So again, these are baseless accusations, and it worries me about the society we live in, because the internet went absolutely bonkers with absolutely crazy allegations of this guy is a fraudster, he's a scammer. And this is one of the fundamental problems that we have in Nigeria, because a lot of the stupid, if I may, the stupid brain dead bloggers, they pick one thing and they run with it. No verifications, no evidences. Because how can you be so insensitive? You have a platform, you have thousands, some of these people have a couple of millions of people following them, and you are reckless. You can actually destroy someone's life like that within the two shakes of a duck's tail. You can make a spurious allegation against someone, a baseless claim, and your followers will just go after that person and people will start shouting with no evidences whatsoever. So long story short, there were allegations, circulating across the web saying this Monday guy is a scammer, he's been blocking people. And then, thankfully, Daddy Freeze, who's someone that I follow, I watch his content a lot, was able to pretty much diffuse and obliterate this false allegations by bringing out a video this morning, which put a smile on my face and, sort of prompted me to, say one or two things from my own point of view. Now, what I gathered was this gentleman, apparently his wife, at the time of when he made that video that went viral, his wife was equally heavily pregnant with another baby, right? So You can imagine a heavily pregnant woman is unable to be on the roadside, you know, pleading under all this. So she must have been at home expecting to give birth. This was only a few days apart, right? So, and also that woman has safely given birth to the new baby. Congratulations to them. So he's been the one. There is a woman here whose welfare needs a great attention, who's just had a brand new baby. The brand new baby equally needs, you know, the brand new baby's attention, or welfare needs adequate attention. I can imagine the man running from pillar to post trying to look after his wife and the brand new baby. And also the baby in question with a hole in his heart also needs attention. So the long story short, and I think, if I'm correct, at the time that this video went viral, when he was pleading for public help, they must have plastered his phone number into the public domain. In my opinion, that in itself is a personal data breach. Because why? Every Tom, Dick, and Harry will grab hold of this number, bombarding this guy with text messages and phone calls. I can imagine you have a phone and thousands or hundreds are calling you a day. It's impossible to keep up, okay? And there is a major concern here in the midst of the whole drama. There is the issue of, because apparently he used to live in the slum, and thankfully he's made a drastic decision to move away from the slum and go to a hiding with his family. Because for me, one of the main things that people are not giving consideration to in the midst of the stupid rumors is the issue of safety. Safety is crucial, right? This is a man who's gone from being a regular Joe Blogs, who couldn't even boast of £1 million Naira or even 500,000 Naira, to having the public helping his family with 70 million. That's a huge amount of money. And then when you're living in a slum, even if you don't even have to live in a slum for people to prey on you. So now this guy's face is under the spotlight of the entire public, and I can assure you there are unscrupulous people who are in the background who will be tailgating him, trying to. This guy is pretty much exposed to issues of, we know how rampant the issue of, kidnap and random killings and, abductions and stuff is very common in Nigeria. So I can imagine that not just the man, the entirety of the family, because some people, because they want to get their selfish hands on that money, they will go to any extent and they can even kill him. And now, come back to this. I was reading a lot of comments and this thing just drove me nuts. These reckless, foolish, and utterly stupid bloggers, you destroy lives. You actually do more harm than you do good, because you pick stories all in the name of traffic, all in the name of I want clicks on my ads, on my articles. You really don't stop in your tracks to think carefully about how you are impacting other people's lives, particularly negatively. Now, this guy, with reference to Daddy Freeze's, video and stuff, you could see the pain, you could see the confusion and stuff. He's managed to get passports for himself and the baby, and he said, according to him, they will be traveling shortly, out of the country and to whatever destination to go get the operation started. Now, people are so stupid. A lot of very greedy, narrow-minded idiots. They feel entitled to that money. How you are entitled to that money, I do not understand. And from my point of view, the people who are the loudest about this issue are the ones that didn't even donate to start with. The people that donated, I doubt very much that they are out there shouting and making baseless allegations against this man and his family. Now, the point is, £150,000, which is 70 million, is a lot of money, but at the same time, it's not a lot of money. I'll tell you why. Now, this guy's going to catch a flight with his child. Hopefully that'll be paid for from that money. Boom, it goes to that location. It pays for the operation, and I pray that it goes successfully, that child survives, right? If it goes successfully, there will be issue of ongoing welfare for that child. There'll be ongoing medications. There's a lot of things to make sure, because who knows? We don't know how complex it might. Hopefully it's a one-off operation. We don't know if that child will need a subsequent operation. You don't know until medical experts assess that situation properly. That child might need a subsequent operation. They might be reliant. It might be reliant on a certain type of medication that will cost thousands and thousands of Naira to keep that child alive. You never know. It might need an implant. It might need. I'm just speculating here. And by the time you put the cost together, it runs quickly. They might have said, oh, they need 15 million Naira for that operation. They might get to that destination. for that child to get to be okay, it might be in the clinic for like the next 2 to 3 months. You never know. Payments will be demanded, right? He will have to fund the process. He will have to stay in the hotel. He will have to this. At the same time, he's got families back home, right? So, you know, I don't think it's the duty of members of the public to put your snout into people's lives, all because you've paid, you've donated. You know, I think it's sick. It reflects badly on people as a whole. It's nasty. It's deeply revolting and infuriating. What really upset me is people are so quick. These idiotic bloggers are so quick. How can you call someone a scammer? Do you even know what it means to be a scammer? Before you point a finger at someone and say, oh, this guy is a scammer, you must have evidences. There's nobody forced to donate money. It's basically out of the abundance of your heart. If you have hundreds of people ringing you, buzzing your phone, inbox, saying this, everybody and their mama has an opinion. We're only humans. I'll get frustrated. I can cut calls or I can block numbers. Like, hey man, leave me alone. Doesn't mean I'm trying to be a scammer. Doesn't mean I'm trying to, you know, run away with the money. But as I say, the primary focus is on particularly the child who desperately needs medical help. I hope and pray that that operation goes well and be successful for that, you know, that innocent child in the midst of all this mess. And then the whole idea of somebody, because your foundation, you saw this guy, good, fantastic. Thank you for using your platform for goodness, for sharing the man's ordeal, for bringing his situation to light, and people responded. That's fine, but you then don't earn, how do you say, the right to obliterate the man's right to his own private life. He has a right to, you know, a private life. You don't have the right to control how he spends. Okay, the man maybe, for whatever reasons, we don't know that because you didn't share that. Oh, he's not been communicating. But then the man's younger brother came on social media and said it's a lie, that his brother never blocked you. He probably stopped communicating with certain people because he was overwhelmed. But yeah, I hope we can do better as a society. You know, people, social media, people lack social media etiquette. You hear something, you just run, you point fingers, you call people names with no evidence, no verification. And people just think it's okay. And again, it just shows how reckless our society, particularly in Nigeria, in Africa, has become. Because, you know why? If it was in the West, oh my goodness, you call yourself a blogger, you go on your platform and you make a baseless allegation, oh, this guy is a scammer. Oh, the lawyers will have a field day, man. Lawyers are sharks anyway. They will tear you apart. Believe me, they will rip you to shreds. You would wish you never had that blog in the first place, because they would take you to court and they will win the cases against you, because defamation, man, it's assassination of the man's character. For me, there's no evidence of, you know, of scam. Just leave him alone, leave and let leave, man. If you donated, thank you, God bless you. Hopefully you get rewarded in other ways. If you didn't donate, get yourself a glass of water and get on with your life. That's me done, man. That's your boy Franklin. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and yeah, hit the bell button. Follow me on Instagram at Franklin, my personal account, and then at the Nigerian Food channel for this channel. Okay, I'll see you in the next one. Peace and love, man. Pow!